Welcome back. Courtney Sarault has become a household name thanks to her performance in speed skating at the 2026 Winter Games in Milan. Sarault took home 2 silver medals, 2 bronze medals, and so joining us today to chat about the boost in speed skating in New Brunswick is Cheryl Macdonald, Sport New Brunswick CEO. Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. All right, first and foremost, what is the Courtney Sarault effect in New Brunswick?
It's quite infectious, isn't it? I think that Courtney has become something of an icon in New Brunswick, obviously, and perhaps in an unlikely sport like speed skating. She's certainly the first Olympian outside Quebec to win individual medals in short track. I don't want to put words into her mouth, so I'm just going to offer the quote that she gave to the CBC, which is that she really hopes that being from New Brunswick, that she inspires more people from small towns and small provinces to believe in their dreams and believe that anything's possible and understand that they're not limited to the small place from which they come.
Absolutely. I mean, it was so nice to see her reaction when she was told that, the accolades that she achieved outside of Quebec, right? But what happened when she announced in 2024 that she was going to have to pull back from her sport?
Right. So this was something I respected a lot. In 2024, she had come to recognize that she just wasn't training as optimally as she probably could have or should have been. And following some tests and discussions, figured out that she had been overtraining, which I think is probably something that a lot of elite athletes might face because they can be very hard on themselves. And I think it's probably counterintuitive, but she needed to pull back. So she reduced her training load, did less, and that enabled her to be able to bounce back and to come to these Olympics and be more successful than ever.
It's so interesting. Sometimes less is more, especially given the magnitude of your sport competing at the Olympics, right?
Absolutely. I can imagine that when you are in between Olympics, because she debuted in 2022 and was coming back for 2026, that the mentality would certainly be that you need to do more and do better. And so I don't doubt that this was probably a little bit confusing and concerning for her, but it worked.
It sure did. It sure worked this one. Are we seeing an increase in other Olympic winter sports because of the representation athletes can get on the international stage?
I certainly hope so. I don't have the stats right here, and I don't even know. I'm guessing that's data that's being collected, and I don't have it. But I do think it's so important, not just in speed skating, but across the board, to have representation, to see what you could possibly be. And so, whether that is as a speed skater, whether that is girls seeing older women competing, any type of representation, I think it is so important to have not even necessarily just a role model, but some type of hint or idea as to what you could possibly become in the future. And so I would like to think that that's absolutely the purpose that she is perhaps indirectly or even like without meaning to serving.
Can you speak to any popular winter sports in New Brunswick at this time that maybe weren't so popular before?
I don't know that I can. I think speed skating is our answer. And I think on the outside it's an unlikely story, but on the inside we know it's not. So it's not an accident that Courtney is so successful. And of course, we also have Ricky Doak from New Brunswick that was competing in these Olympics. Brendan Corey, who's from Fredericton, but was competing for Australia in these Olympics. Those 3 athletes trained together in Fredericton. And I think dating back before 2015, you saw the government of New Brunswick, Canadian Sport Institute, Atlantic get together, work with Speed Skate NB, and the technical director and provincial coach is Derek McLeod. It was still Derek at the time. They invested heavily in speed skating, and I think that making that concerted effort to invest money, to work together, to find the best coaching has paid off at this point, and it doesn't happen overnight. We've seen it's been, close to 10 years now, if not more, but it worked.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I could talk to you all day about this. I have so many more questions for you, but we have to let you go. But thank you so much for joining us today, Cheryl. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, CTV Your Morning Atlantic will be right back